We call Sixtyblue because of the address, 160 Loomis, and because Michael Jordan is the owner of the restaurant, used to play for North Carolina, and the jersey was blue. They are surprised because when they come inside and they see the decor, they see the bar, they see the lounge, they see the wine, they think it's one of the most beautiful restaurants in Chicago. I love Chicago because of the season. What we do during the winter is not what we do in the summer. I love everything. I love to prepare fish, meat. We have 40% of repeat customers. I cook for them, I do a degustation menu for them, we do a wine pairing. We start to have a big reputation in Chicago about cheese. We have a big cheese program. I'm in love with the cheese. I love cheese. People expect wonderful food, and seasonal food. It's what they get.
So April, 160Blue, you say so great, but tell us why.
160Blue is a fabulous place to go, not only for really great food, but incredible service. The chef there does some amazing different things with his cuisine, and it's just one of those places where you walk in and you immediately feel at home. It's fine dining, but very comfortable fine dining where you can enjoy the atmosphere and the food. It's not pretentious at all. You can go in blue jeans and a nice top and you'll find people in formal attire. They always make you feel comfortable, whether you've just come off of a street fair and walked in, or if you got dressed up for a special occasion. So we've been when it's an anniversary and wanted to celebrate some, and we've been when it was just a random Friday night and after work stopped by for a great dinner. They always make you feel at home and comfortable.
Mr. Butler, how was your experience?
Well, it was interesting. When I got to the door, I was a little worried, even though we knew it wasn't a dress code. But it warmed up very quickly. I thought the food was incredible. I thought the food was very, very tasty. I thought it was one of the interesting things that came out besides just the food. Wherever you sat at the table, you got a different dining experience. If you sat on one side, you got to see you had an opportunity to see the kitchen and that area where the food was being prepared. Another one, you had an opportunity to see. It was very, very, very kind of mosaic and had great design in there and a lot of structure.
So Jen, you went with the large group celebrating girls' night out,
yes,
a birthday.
It was my sister's birthday. I went with 6 other girls. It was a lot of fun. It started out so well. I walked in and they said happy birthday to my sister, which was awesome. We sat down and had wonderful cheese plate, great appetizers. The soup was just so picturesque. I mean, they couldn't have just made it look any better. And then the entrees came and I started getting a little disappointed by the restaurant.
Was there anything in particular about the entrees that you didn't like?
The sides came out in the middle. They forgot to bring the 2 sides we ordered. And, came over about halfway through our meal and then put them down. And at that point, you really don't want them, because you've already finished half your entree. And the food was also a little warm. It wasn't really hot. I had the hamachi, the yellowtail, and it was great. It was very picturesque. It tasted really good. It wasn't that hot. It was, and the sides, we had some sauteed mushrooms and some spinach. And they were good as well. They just didn't come with the meal, so it was a little disappointing.
I'm surprised.
Well, that's interesting because the appetizers that we had, because we were a little skeptical. We said, well, there are a lot of things here, so we said, what's this? Let's try something a little different. We had the Madagascar shrimp and the scallops, and I thought they were good. And I was also a little skeptical about the goat cheese, but it was so smooth with the little croutons.
I love it.
And I kept saying, bring us some more croutons. No, we don't want any more, just bring us croutons.
So, April, are there any particular dishes that keep you coming back?
Absolutely. One is the Delmonico steak. There are 1,000 places to have steak in the city of Chicago, and we had eaten there several times before I ever tried it. And once we tried it, it's just an incredible steak. It's a fabulously wonderful, incredible steak. It's just really, really flavorful. And the tops, in my opinion, is the chocolate souffle. I could eat 1,000 chocolate souffles there and have, in some cases, eaten multiple ones. It's an incredible dessert.
And I think it's because they love you so much, because the chocolate souffle I got, I started to break into Bill Cosby. It's like a warm pudding. I mean, I thought that she would have to order it a little bit sooner, or, you know, well, they brought the dessert menus out, and they said, well, souffle, and they brought it right out, and I'm like, that's a little too soon. I'm not a culinary genius, but that's just a little too soon to get, and it didn't have that thing, but the rest of the desserts. Well, we had the orange bomb that was, and the sorbet with the fruit. It was great.
April, I have to ask you a question. Having been the person here at the table who's gone there the most, have you noticed with Chef Marcial's food that it goes really well with whatever wine that you're having?
I have. We, back in the days when I drank lots of wine, I've slowed down a little bit. The wine always goes really well. The sommelier there has done a great job of picking the things that go.
Yeah, the reason why I ask you this is because having had his food, Chef Marcial's food is actually, it's a sommelier's dream to be able to work with it, because there's this concept called umami. So whenever you have balance between acid and salt in food, it can pair with any wine, no matter what it is.
If I go back, I'm going back to have a bottle of wine and the cheese and the appetizers and really just enjoy it. It was great. It felt very comfortable for such a large room and such a large area. And it really was a wonderful, warm atmosphere. I really did like it. There were just a couple things that just disappointed me.
Well, April, 160Blue is your selection. Give us a summary.
I think 160Blue is a place in Chicago where you can get incredible food and have fabulous service and just really enjoy a night of fine dining without being too pretentious.
All right. Dana?
I thought it was a great experience, and bring your wallet.
And Jen?
I definitely agree with Dana on that one. It was fun. I'd go back for drinks and appetizers with some girls for a girls' night out and just have a good time.
All right. Well, you can try the souffle yourself at 160Blue, 1400 West Randolph Street, 312-850-0303. Open for dinner Monday through Saturday. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $55.